Let's march into April. Reddit on Wiki starts now. What's up, Wikimaniacs? Welcome back to another Am I the Asshole Friday. My name's Josh Shell, your host today, joined as always by my two boys, John and Sean. What's going on, boys?
You know what? I support it. I love that intro, Josh. I love it. So great. I don't know if our boy approves.
All right, don't fucking lie, John. We all saw the face
you know what?
made.
I support my boy, all right? I go to trenches with this man every Wednesday.
I will say, I wrote that one and then realized it was not our last episode in March.
Because I have the last episode of March.
Yeah. So if you want to reuse that for Monday.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, shows how much he likes it.
Yeah, what the hell, man? How's it going, boys?
Chilling.
Unmedicated and lack of sleep. Let's go.
Nice. Yeah, this is a late recording episode, so might be a little loopy, or who knows? Who knows where it's going to go?
That's me every week.
I downed an iced coffee right before dinner, so I should be good to go.
Ain't it like 8 o'clock your time?
Yeah, I'm going to be up.
Till 11. Apologies, brother.
But before we get into the episode today, it's time to introduce Correction Corner.
Whoa.
Newish segment, although we've done similar segments. We'd never called it this.
What are we doing?
What did y'all do?
I'm surprised.
Basically, we were wrong. Me specifically, anyway. I forget what John's take was, but I know Sean was correct in this take last Friday.
What happened last Friday?
So story number 2 last Friday was the man who refused to compromise on the retirement plan with his wife.
Oh, okay.
Sean leaned towards he was more the asshole. And after reading some comments, rereading the story, I think I was wrong. I think he truly was the bigger asshole in that story. Yeah, you can mean mug us, Sean. You were correct on that take.
It doesn't happen often.
Hey, listening back though, yeah, it was pretty selfish of him at the end.
Yeah, no, listen. I there was some parts I either downplayed.
We didn't go over.
Well, you brought them up. I just, for some reason, it did not click with me when I was first reading through it with you guys. But it definitely did seem like he was unwilling to compromise and was like pushing her out of his life. And that made it seem like he was maybe taking advantage of her for the past 30 years.
Yeah. As soon as he was like, I could just move there, you could stay here, I guess. I was like, oh, yeah, how about this one? Definitely my bad, and I'm not afraid to admit when I was wrong. I definitely overlooked that, and I do still think she is dumb for not communicating for 30 years.
That part I still agree with.
I think we all agreed that all of them sucked, or both of them sucked. But
I think it was me that said that he sucks a little less. So I'll take an L for that, and I don't have an issue taking an L.
Yeah, we might have been on the wrong side of that, John, that's okay. It's how it happens. But yeah, so Sean, you get to bathe in the glory of being correct on that one.
All right, peanut allergy people, this is what you want. I'll go ahead. Just kidding. You thought it was coming. Never in a billion years, peanut allergies.
But I just like to issue corrections when, they're rightfully due.
This is kind of like when we had the dress. We fucked up nasty on the wedding dress.
Yeah, long time ago. But yeah, we're not perfect.
We don't. If we shoot 100% all the time, then it's not fun anymore, guys. It's okay.
Y'all don't want us to be perfect.
But we will own up to it if we fuck up badly enough. So
I just didn't even know they made wedding dresses in red. I mean, truly,
red dress.
Interesting. But yeah, with that out of the way, we appreciated the comments, the nice ones. There were a couple that went a little overboard, but
I saw a mean one recently to me and John about an old story. I said, I forgot we even did that.
Really? Which one was it?
It was the cat one.
Oh,
the cat one that yeah.
Oh, everyone hates me for the cat one, and that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, me too. We were somebody told me I should give Car and Chip to Josh. I said, oh shit.
Oh, wait a minute.
I would love to have
I know you
cats,
would. I would be deeply devastated.
Yeah, I would never take them from you.
Damn. So we could say like 99 things correctly, and the one time we fuck up, we can.
To be fair, they were like, love you guys. And I think they were mostly joking, I think.
Yeah, I assume most are trying to be constructive. So
yeah, constructive is fine. I'll take that.
I take most of them like that. There are the occasional one where I'm like, okay.
And at the end of the day,
that one hurt.
It's an opinion podcast. It's a comedy podcast that we lean in majority of the time. And if we're wrong, we're wrong. We never say we're experts in anything.
Quite the contrary.
Oh yeah, we're dumbasses.
We say that often.
But yeah, with that out of the way, let's hit the first story today and hope for no misses on this one.
Oh, I'm purposely going to miss now. I love the comments.
As long as they're always willing to,
Yeah, own up to our mistakes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're no better than the assholes themselves,
Exactly right.
Let's hit the first story today. Cross-posted by, I want to say Sean's Go, but I feel he's offended by this. Too poor for Patreon.
Is there a loat? Is there
what's a loat?
A loat?
Loser of all time.
If you don't pay for Patreon, you get nothing. No bonus content, especially for you, Too Poor for Patreon.
I hear a lot of excuses every time you get a story up on this show. Not a lot of solutions.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
But yeah, this first one is titled, Am I the Asshole for Refusing to Normalize My Husband's Behavior Around Our Daughter's Privacy?
Oh, no.
Wait, say that again. I'm unmedicated today, so please, you're going to have to slow it down for me sometimes.
Am I the asshole for refusing to normalize my husband's behavior around our daughter's privacy?
Oh, is your husband not respecting your daughter's privacy? Because then you should have normalized that shit.
Yeah. Sounds like you could be a bad mom. Either that or the kid is kind of just entitled. Hard to say with what we've been given.
Okay.
Maybe it's not really privacy, but no, fuck the parents. Going opposite of the fuck the kids sound. Fuck these parents. Asshole.
Okay. So you're saying asshole?
Yeah.
And John's saying...
Not the asshole?
Yeah, fuck it. One of us got a hit.
I mean...
Because he's saying not normalizing. I think the dad's probably being weird.
No, they want to normalize, right?
No, refusing
to normalize it.
Oh, shit.
That's what I was like, Sean. I thought I was the one unmedicated today. I was like, my gears are still fucking loading me.
This is the latest we've started an episode.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah, my bad. I misheard that completely, even though Josh read it once and then read it again slowly. I'm with John, not the asshole.
Okay.
Brother, you need to get checked too.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm not denying it.
I, 38 female, feel like my brain isn't working properly anymore. I mean,
story of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm running on fumes. Work is draining. Family stress is piling up. And to top it all off, I haven't been sleeping well. But this feels like too much. We live in a tiny home, 1 bedroom, 1 bath. Privacy is already limited, but my husband, 37 male, insists that it's normal for him to see our daughter, 7 female, changing and even bathe her.
Ain't that too old?
Yeah, I mean,
different kids. Everyone's different. I feel like I was showering by myself by then.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
I think, I was definitely showering by myself by 7. I think.
Yeah.
But you never know. But here's the thing: our daughter doesn't want that. She resists, says no, and yet he keeps pushing. That's where it's...
Yeah, that's where it's
weird.
Your daughter is setting a boundary already.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless she's like coming out of the shower like covered in dirt still. Even then, you could be like, all right, I'm going to tag you in for this.
Yeah.
Because even if like, I don't think anything weird, fingers crossed. I mean, I'm thinking, nothing weird is happening, but you should still respect your kids' wishes on that end.
Yeah.
This morning I was helping her get dressed for school. She was completely naked when out of nowhere, my husband just barged in. No knocking, no warning, just walked right in while she was exposed. She immediately started crying. I tried to comfort her, but the damage was done.
Yeah, never mind. If she's immediately crying at the sight of him,
yeah,
I feared the worst, unfortunately.
She was humiliated, upset, and scared. And my husband? He had the audacity to say, I'm the one making a big deal out of nothing. That we should normalize this because both parents should be involved in childcare. That outsiders don't get to have an opinion on how we raise our kids. that I'm the one being unreasonable. I can't shake this horrible feeling in my gut. I don't know if I'm just exhausted, overthinking, or if there's something seriously wrong here. Am I crazy for feeling this way? And is he right and I'm just overreacting?
No, I don't think you're overreacting here. I think your daughter is letting you know what she feels about the situation. And your daughter seems very uncomfortable about it. And she's this.
I would say where there's smoke, there's
fire. And again, I always say this in every like story when someone says like I have a bad feeling. Always trust your gut. And your daughter is showing you evidence that they're uncomfortable about something. So
yeah,
like what Sean said, if there's smoke, there's usually fire. So you're not overreacting at all.
Because he's saying the right thing, which is right. Mm-hmm. Both parents should play a part. But also, as a parent, if your kid is like, I can't have you do this, or you just can tell your kid is uncomfortable, I feel like it's your duty to make them comfortable, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels weird. Like I could understand like if your daughter couldn't get dressed or whatever, all right, helping out. But as soon as she's like, the fact that he walked in and she cried, I'm like, oh God.
And and another thing that's like icky about that to me, Sean, is the fact that, they said that they kind of gave a layout of what the house or their living situation looked like. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he knows that the mom is already there helping the daughter change and, doing all that. And for him to like barge in and to kind of still insist like, oh, I got to see her change. Weird as fuck to me.
Yeah, it's like, what are you even helping with at that point?
Yeah.
She's already being helped. It's fine. You don't need to be there.
It just makes me sad to think about the worst possible thing on that one.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Even if it's not that, I'm sorry, Josh. Even if it's not that, it's still very controlling,
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say anyway. It's like your daughter's old enough to set a boundary and
have autonomy over those things.
And have autonomy over her own body.
Yeah.
Like all you're teaching her by doing this is that she doesn't have autonomy over her own body and is like setting her up for failure later on in life. You know what I mean? So it's disgusting either way, even if it's not, the worst thing ever, like Sean alluded to.
God.
Yeah, it's kind of just saying like her voice doesn't matter either. Like the concerns that she has is like, oh, it doesn't matter because I'm the parent and I'm always right type of shit.
Mm-hmm. Reddit deemed not the asshole, of course. Boycott Thyself said, this man is teaching his daughter that she has no power of decision over her body and that it's okay for a man and an adult to ignore a child's boundary just because he doesn't like them.
Mm-hmm.
This is the opposite of consent. I would be worried about why this little girl has such a visceral reaction to him, to having him around while she's nude. It raises a lot of alarms. The mother is totally right to be concerned. It might be time to involve a professional, maybe a child therapist and or a family counselor. If he doesn't listen to the mother or child, let's give him a second chance like that. If he still refuses to comprehend, I have to say that I wouldn't feel safe leaving my daughter with him. This may sound harsh, but I, even a person who doesn't want children, even I think a child's well-being should be priority and not hurt the feelings of an entitled father. He has the right to feel upset if his daughter doesn't trust him. It's possible that her reaction has nothing to do with him, but rather other societal factors that she's been exposed to or learned along the way. But his insistence on dismissing her boundaries and feeling of safety is extremely selfish, not the asshole.
That was really smart.
Well, extremely well done.
That was so well said. I was like, man, that's what we would sound like if we were smart. I was
like, that was all of our ideas put into a package.
That's going to be you when you get your master's degree, brother.
Yeah.
Don't let my future employers do that. It won't be.
I mean, to be fair, your job has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Fair. Yeah.
But yeah, so family therapist and child counselor, I think, is the best way to go here. Just so your daughter has a safe space to express herself and see if there is any underlying issues beneath the surface. All right.
Oof.
Moving on to a next one, a little lighter one here. Harder to get darker than that one, but this one's posted by after lower score ad 3961, and the title is, am I the asshole for not following my husband's family tradition?
No, that's probably some weird shit.
I was gonna say it's probably a lot of gender roles involved in this shit.
You have to marry your cousin.
Oh,
I was gonna say some weird shit like, all right, everybody, our Christmas tradition, family makeout. Oh, wait.
Roll Tide.
Find your husband. Or what did we come up with on the line? It was Funkle?
Funkle. That was you, brother.
Funkle.
That's a merch.
Or Fuzzband. Yeah.
It was a lot.
What
Sean's like,
happens on the lives?
dude, the lives get wild, buddy.
And they do. We go to some weird subreddits sometimes on there.
We do.
All right. So my 28 female, husband 29 male, comes from a very traditional family. While we disagree with his family on many things, it has never really been an issue until now. I am currently 8 months pregnant, and my husband and I couldn't be happier as we've been trying for a while.
They're going to want to eat your umbilical cord, huh?
Oh my God, Jesus Christ.
People eat the placenta.
I know, but for someone else to eat it.
Oh, somebody else to eat it.
That's what John was saying.
Jesus Christ.
Since I first found out I was pregnant, we've been discussing names for our child. In my husband's family, the tradition wants the child to be named after his grandfather.
Okay.
Basically, firstborn men in his family have only one of two names, James or Henry. My husband's grandfather was James, so his name is James too. My husband's father is Henry, so our child should be too, and so on and so forth. My husband and I really don't feel like calling our child Henry, and although it's a beautiful way to honor family members, we really wanted our child to have a name that would be personal, that would be truly his. So we chose another name and decided to wait until after the birth to reveal it to everyone. This week, my mother-in-law came to visit us and help us set up for the baby. She brought us some presents, amongst which were a bunch of clothing, which she had hand-embroidered the name Henry.
Yikes.
I said that it was nice and thanked her for it, but I told her that we wouldn't be naming our child Henry, as we'd already told her in the past. She started insisting and saying that it was tradition, so it had to be that way.
This is someone that didn't want to name their kid James. And I was like, if I got to name my fucking kid James, you got to name your kid Henry.
Name it Henry. I explained to her that we'd rather give our child a name that we chose and that Henry could be a middle name.
I was going to suggest middle name.
That's a good
compromise. I feel
compromise.
like that's a good compromise.
Yeah. I think that's what most families do. Like, like a grandparent is like the middle name or something like that. I feel that's pretty common. She immediately went to my husband and started saying things like, "You're not going to let her do that to our family," and making it very dramatic, saying that I was breaking a tradition that went back hundreds of years. And in brackets, I'm not sure about that. My husband tried to explain that we both agreed on the name and all the reasons why we made that choice, but she wouldn't listen. She suggested that we named him Henry on paper as his legal name and then call him something else, but I thought that would be confusing for him, and I told her that he would be the name we chose. She kept begging my husband and saying that I was ruining the family tradition, and at one point I lost it, which is partially to blame on hormones, I think, and told her that it was our child, so we did what we wanted, and we didn't have to follow a stupid tradition. She stormed out, and my husband has been receiving texts from his father and sister accusing me of making his mother feel really bad and some other stuff that I don't really remember. I get the importance of tradition, and it can be really beautiful, but also I feel like it shouldn't be an obligation and that it's okay to change things. We won't change our baby's name because we're really set on that, but maybe we were wrong for not following the tradition. I'm not entirely sure, and I'm mentally exhausted by all this drama. So am I the asshole?
No. And I think what was said there was beautiful. Tradition is nice to follow, but it shouldn't be an obligation. And kind of like what Sean said already, it seems like they had a great compromise of, hey, we're still going to kind of honor it by giving them a middle name.
Yeah.
And I think that's fine. The name is still there. And I don't know, I think they royally fucked up by acting this way. Now you're probably not going to get to interact with your grandkid anymore, Grandma, because you were acting a little cray-cray there.
Yeah, it's wild to be like, oh my God, she made me feel so bad. Like, he didn't just barge on a woman who just gave birth, making demands.
Hasn't given birth,
She's 8 months pregnant.
Oh, I thought it was after the baby was born. Oh, but they found out.
Mm-hmm.
When
she
you
was
weren't
giving
going to tell anybody. Got you.
Yeah.
Either way, pregnant or just having given birth, emotions are all over the place. I would fucking roast your ass too, to be honest. I'd probably give you more than that.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're coming at it with a weird energy, a negative energy, not what you need at 8 months pregnant. So yeah, I mean, if it ain't the consequences of your own actions, Mom.
I think it's weird when like other family members, apart from the two that are having the baby, think they have some
say,
say over
what the
anything baby's name is. You can suggest things. You can be like, hey, I think this is a nice name. To a degree. I'm sure there's a point where that gets annoying as well. But but truly it's the people that are having the baby that get to choose the final say. Even if that is a ridiculous name sometimes, which we've encountered
a lot, yes,
and disagree with. But yeah, I think truly this is an insane thing to try and thrust upon someone who very clearly doesn't want that and is willing to make a compromise of middle name.
Yeah.
Reddit deem, not the asshole.
Yeah.
Safe word 9999 said, your husband needs to snap back and say, this is my decision instead of allowing them to blame you. To which OP responded and say, he's been trying, but his family won't listen and they're convinced that I've manipulated him or something. But at least he's standing up to them, so that at least there's that.
As long as your husband got your back, that should all. That's the that's all that should matter at this point.
Yeah, I would go on to say that maybe he should drop some boundaries and be like, hey, if you can't accept this,
we ain't going no contact with your.
We're not going to talk to you until you've you calm down about this because
make all three apologize, the dad and the sister too.
Yeah, at least shut up about it. I think they should apologize, but at minimum, shut the hell up and just be happy that there's a healthy baby boy coming.
If anything, I'm taking Henry off the middle name now.
Yeah, that was going to be my next suggestion too. Like, you
fuck that one
you
up.
want to start fucking on me right now? There's never going to be a Henry in this baby's name.
Hell yeah. We're naming it after my grandfather.
Yeah, how about that? Shout out me, or what? Papa?
Yeah.
I'll say Mima.
Kenry.
Kenry.
Close enough, but not what you want.
The name Henry reminds me of his Kingdom Come Deliverance too, because that's all I've been playing. The main character.
Just reminds me of Jake and Amir.
Oh, yeah, true.
Henry.
All right, moving on to the next one here, posted by Collie Ollie Ravioli.
Secret
or maybe
formula.
It's Coley Rolly.
Yeah.
Coley Ollie Ravioli. That makes more sense. The title for this one is, am I the asshole for not reminding my fiance that stoves are hot?
No.
And if you don't know that stove is hot, your fiance is kind of a dumbass.
Sometimes they got to teach themselves. You know what I'm saying?
I thought they kept them cool.
I say this every time we get some like new meal all the time. Juliet always says, hey, that thing's going to be hot. And I'm like, and then I put it in my mouth immediately. And I'm like, it hurts. She's like, I just told you.
I did that the other day with spinach dip. Top of my mouth is burnt shit.
Burn it up, bro.
But it was good. It was good.
Yeah, I never learned my lesson, and I don't think I ever want to.
I never will either.
I love scalding my mouth.
It's funny because our niece, I was like, you should probably wait. That's going to be hot. Don't eat it. And then my dumb ass.
I'm an adult. I know what I'm doing.
I'll never do the...
Hell no, bro. I get way too excited when food comes.
I blow on it, but it's still too hot.
Yeah, you're like, this is what adults do. And then you fucking burn your mouth anyways. Oh!
Then you have to play it cool because
Hell no, I'm just swallowing that shit, bro. I'm like, oh God, my throat burns now.
No one can know.
All right. So last night, my fiance, 31 male, and I, 30
Too
female.
old for this story.
No way. I'm a grown motherfucker does not think stoves are hot. Well, guess what, buddy? Water's wet too, you dumbass.
Yeah, I guess.
They had to be an adult at least, right?
That's true.
So we were winding down our day, getting ready to make dinner. Together in the kitchen, I popped the chicken in the oven. Also in the oven was our cast iron pan. We went back to our respective video games, and then when the chicken was getting closer to being finished, I went out to the kitchen to start on veggies. I take the now 400 degrees cast iron out of the oven, turn the stove on, and plop some butter in there while I turn my back and start cutting veggies. My fiance comes out asking what he needs to do, and I say I just need these veggies cut, which I was actively doing. And he goes to give the cast iron pan a shake to move the butter around.
That bitch is hot.
Yeah, the 400 degree iron handle. He grabbed it. It was less than a second, no long lasting damage, but he definitely burned his fingers, first degree burns. Now the question becomes, was I the asshole for not adequately warning him about the hot cast iron? More importantly, I'm refusing more than 50% of the blame for the accident. To me, the cast iron handles will regularly get hot when using it on the stovetop, but obviously this was way hotter than the usual hot. So I can't say that I would grab it with reckless abandon like my lovely fiance did. He, however, claims I should take at least majority of the blame, 51% minimum, but he honestly thinks it's more like 60-40. Additionally, my back was turned and I did not see him reach for the pan or I would have warned him. We went back and forth on the percentage blame for a long time last night, and we can't decide.
Jesus Christ.
Obviously, Reddit is the best place to solve relationship disputes. So am I the asshole?
No. Your fiance is a dumbass. If anything.
I will say it's not Z. Well, maybe it is because you didn't even ask him to do the little shake. He took it upon himself to be.
And, I don't know. Just to me, I'm not someone who is very well versed in the kitchen. I'm not a good cook or anything. Hell, I barely cook, right? But if I see something in the pan, I'm assuming that bitch is hot all the time. So every time I pick something up, even if it's, and plus I'm like a Weenie Hut Junior when it comes to picking up hot things. I always got to wear like some sort of a glove, or what do you call this? Not aprons, mittens. There you go. Just to pick something up because I'm like, I ain't gonna burn my hands, bro. My hands are too pretty for that shit. Like I ain't doing it.
Damn, now we got to see those fingers.
OnlyFans, baby, is coming.
Yeah.
I will say this: since I don't usually put the cast iron or my stainless steel stuff in the oven, even though it's oven safe, I think if that happened to me, I would just instinctually grab that shit. But he also should have known that it came out of the oven, right?
Well, at least with like cast iron, if you see it on a stove top, it's gonna be hot.
That's what I'm
what
saying.
Degree is different.
I wonder if the silicone handle was on there at all.
Well, every cast iron I've seen
it's just
doesn't
straight
really have
metal.
It's all one metal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I mean metal, but then people put like a little silicone cut.
Oh, I've never seen that on a cast iron.
Like a red one. It comes with it.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, presumably it was in the oven, so probably not.
Probably not. Yeah, and I would never grab the straight up black handle because
that's what I'm imagining. What the cast iron looks like, and those things are scary to me.
Yeah, I've done that before. It hurts like a bitch.
You've just grabbed your beast.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's a beast. I cried like a baby. It's like water.
Hey, bro, that's like in Chili's when they serve you the cheese. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, this is gonna be hot. I'm like, okay, and I still grab it anyways. I'm an idiot, dude.
I don't know if this is shocking or not, but Reddit deemed everyone sucks.
I could see that because I would grab that shit low key.
Probably not for the reason that you think.
Oh, okay.
Reddit was upset that they were playing the percentage blame game.
Oh.
It sounded like to me it was more of a
jokey joke.
Yeah. That's how I took it as well.
But I guess if you are being dead ass about percentage blame, then you probably are an asshole. But it sounded like a joke.
It did sound more of a jokey joke.
Not a heated argument that will burn them, you know?
Yeah. They were like, obviously Reddit is the best place to go to solve relationship disputes. Sounded pretty sarcastic, which I thought was funny. Truly, I don't know.
I wonder why all of Reddit got really heated about it.
Sean!
I honestly just took your joke that you literally just did say that.
Hey, iron sharpens iron, right?
Yeah, there we go.
I'll kill myself.
Oh, fuck. Gluson in the comments, just to summarize what most people's take was. Gluson says, what the absolute fuck? Why are you two assigning percentage to blame? This is a blameless situation. Your fiance just accidentally grabbed a hot pan. You can't be blamed for that. And honestly, neither can the fiance. Accidents happen.
I think people took this really
way too seriously. Honestly, because I'm the fiance in this situation, I will burn myself.
Yeah. Sounds like fiance is embarrassed and can't give themselves grace, so needed to turn it on you to protect their ego. You shouldn't be feeding into the blame game either. Everyone sucks here.
Did we read it wrong?
Maybe.
It didn't sound too serious to me.
To me, it sounded like a joke.
Same.
If they are taking it super seriously and they're truly like, no, you need to take blame for this,
then they both suck.
Then they both suck because you shouldn't do that in a relationship. If it's a jokey joke, I think no one sucks because
everyone needs to relax. Yeah.
So I don't know. Reddit sometimes
chill.
I don't know.
They want the pitchforks and fire.
Yeah. And so, and again, it could be that. It could be the other one. Like it could be everyone sucks or no one sucks, I think.
Yeah.
Accidents do happen. I don't think anyone's to blame here truly. But if you guys are actually blaming each other, then
next week, an apology corner.
Yeah. I overreacted to John's pun.
No.
My apologies.
Dude, that shit took me out, bro. Oh, God.
All right, let's move on to the next one here. Posted by beautiful midscore matter, midscore 731. And the title for this one is, Am I the asshole for walking out of my family dinner after my parents insulted my Thai wife?
Your family sounds racist.
That sounds racist as fuck.
Walk
Holy
away,
shit.
tie him in a chair, and kick him in the ocean. That's what I would do in a video game.
Tie him in a chair.
That's right.
Yeah, I see.
Wow. I'm hanging on by a thread. This
Still got another 2 hours to go.
Brother.
Shit.
All right. So my wife, 32 female, is from Thailand. We met while she was studying in the US, fell in love, and got married 5 years ago. She's an amazing woman, kind, hardworking, and incredibly smart. Unfortunately, my parents have never fully accepted her.
Racist.
From the beginning, they made offhanded comments about her being a gold digger and only marrying me for a green card.
Bro, she was already here. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
No matter how many times I told them otherwise, they held on to this ignorant assumption. Doesn't matter that Pha has a successful career, makes her own money, in brackets, she makes more than me, and has never asked me for a dime because in their eyes, she's one of those foreign women who trap American men.
What in the 90-day fiance is this situation?
Yeah,
bro?
they've been watching too much TLC.
Too much
Too
90
much.
Last weekend, we had a dinner at my parents' house. At first, things were civil. But then my dad smirked and said, So, Pha, now that you've been married for 5 years, do you finally get to keep your green card? My mom laughed and added, Guess you don't have to be on your best behavior anymore, huh? Pha went pale. I was furious. I told him to cut it out, but my dad doubled down and said that they're just joking, that we can't blame them for wondering how much this marriage was for love and how much was it for a visa. I will say, I do love that he's like, just joking, but seriously, this is our concern.
I hate these parents.
Racist.
My mom nodded and said they were just making sure that I weren't taken advantage of.
Bro, she loaded. What are you talking about?
That was it. I stood up, told them we weren't staying for dinner, and then walked out with Pha. In the car, she was quiet, and then finally asked me if they really think that way of her, which just broke my heart. Now my parents are saying that I embarrassed them in front of other family and overreacted. My brother said I should have just kept the peace and talked to them about it later. They're refusing to apologize, claiming it was just a joke. I don't regret standing up for my wife, but now I'm wondering if maybe I should have just waited until everyone else was gone to call them out on it. So am I the asshole?
No.
Why are people embarrassing other people, the ones that get embarrassed for being embarrassed back? What the fuck is wrong with you guys?
Now I feel in it, unmedicated.
It's like that exhibit meme, you know?
What the fuck did you just say?
To answer your question, it's because they're thin-skinned bigots, John, who their beliefs crack as soon as you put them under any microscope.
Scrutiny.
Yeah, or scrutiny.
Speaking of 90 Day Fiance, there's a situation like this in the current season that I'm watching right now with Juliet. The guy, I think he's from Iran, and of course the woman is American, and the situation is like the dad is concerned that they're from Iran and they hate Americans, which I don't blame them at this point, but
I mean, who does
from any country?
Yeah. They're just like, oh, but are you gonna be okay here? Are you just here for the green card? Do you actually love my daughter? Like, cause you're from Iran. Like, this could be dangerous. Like, y'all hate Americans type of shit. I'm like, dude, this is kind of racist.
It's like, I didn't really until right about now. I think I'm starting to really hate Americans.
I hate one in particular, and I'm looking at. Yeah, these parents are like I said, I think it's crazy of them to continuing to claim it's a joke, but then to seriously be like, no, we're actually worried. She's just
we gotta worry about it. I mean, come on, but like, it's a joke.
Is it a joke, quote unquote, or are you like seriously worried about it? Either way, I recommend you cutting contact with them until they, treat your wife with some respect, because she deserves it.
Also, everybody always wants to keep the peace, keep the peace, keep the peace. I feel like there's a line where peace cannot be kept. You know what I'm saying?
You fuck shit up.
As soon as you're racist to my wife, I think that's the exact moment to not keep the peace.
Yeah. Funny, because Reddit deemed not the asshole, and then Fluffy Sheep said, not the asshole. You can't keep the peace if there was no peace to begin with.
Yup.
They shot first and have been shooting for years. Man. They're just mad that you aren't willing to let them use your wife for target practice anymore. Though it shouldn't have taken 5 years for you to put your foot down about it. You are an asshole for that, but that's not the actual question being asked. Telling them otherwise wasn't strong enough, and you know that. But anyway, better late than never.
I mean, to be fair, we don't know if he has been putting his foot down, I guess.
Yeah, I mean...
But also, yeah, you could be right there.
Yeah, I think that's probably... Based on how they're continuing to act and just openly doing it, then...
Yeah.
It seems like he hasn't put his foot down enough, which, yeah, probably the asshole for that, but I'm hoping going forward that you
staying on business.
Yeah, go no contact for a little bit.
Cuss him out, man. Fuck it.
Straightens them out.
The first time this happened, I'd be like, what the fuck did you just... There's no way, bro.
I fucking dare you.
Yeah. Also, the crazy your brother's not on your side.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just
he might also
conflict averse. But yeah, maybe he's also fucking racist.
Yeah.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
But probably.
Right. Let's move on to the next one. Cross-posted, I almost said posted, by Phoebe the Fan.
Goats.
The goat. And this one is, am I the asshole for telling my husband that you don't lose weight magically after going to the gym?
I mean, it's fat.
As someone whose doctor pinched his fat and said, you need to lose this. I think he probably knows. That.
I agree.
Okay.
I'm in the situation too where like I do go work out a lot, but my diet is absolute ass. I will never lose weight, but that's okay.
Yeah. What's the saying? It's like the
abs are made in the kitchen.
Abs are made in the kitchen. Yeah. Because
the problem is when I'm in the kitchen, I eat everything. So.
Yeah. It's like a huge percentage of fitness is what you eat.
I'm into fitness. This pizza in my mouth. That's what I'm doing.
My friend who is pretty much like, he was saying like after a certain age, we got to just work out just to maintain where we're at. If we want to continue to eat like shit, then you just got to work out heavy so you can eat like shit.
That's me, bro. I'm just like, if we ever move again, I'm not hiring no movers because I can move a couch by my own damn self. That's what I'm trying to get at.
John's like, it's always bulking.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck?
What they say, it's always sunny. I'm cultivating mass. I think it's time to harvest. I think it's time to harvest the mass.
I will say trigger warning for fat phobia on this one.
Oh no.
If that's something you don't want to listen to, feel free to skip ahead. I think there's one more story after this one. With that, we'll get into it. My husband, 33 male, and I, 24 female, have been married for 2 years.
2 years?
Say
Give it to him, Sean.
Illegal!
Okay, now your turn, John.
Predator.
There we go. Yeah. I don't even need the buttons. It's like an orchestra. I just point to you. All right. And we have a 16-week-old daughter. Prior to my pregnancy, I was active, but not as active as my husband. He is big into fitness and stuff, and I'm just really not. I just work out because my doctor told me to, LOL. I only ran maybe twice a week and had a Pilates class every Sunday. I weighed 120 pounds before pregnancy. During pregnancy, I gained 40, lost 20 right off the bat after having my daughter, which my doctor said is normal, through my baby herself, fluid, placenta, and all that. And I've been working on losing the last 20. While my body looks different, I really don't care, as I'm just glad my baby is so healthy and perfect. However, my husband started mentioning my weight at 2 weeks postpartum.
And this is why he married a 22-year-old.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't know anything, really.
He would just say it and frame it in a way that was a compliment, but it wasn't. He'd say things like, oh, you look so good. You look like a mommy now. Or, I wouldn't guess it was a whole 20 pounds. Maybe just 10 or so.
The fuck?
Maybe just don't comment on her weight. I just rolled my eyes and told him to stop. Honestly, I didn't care. Those comments happened maybe twice a week, so it was easy to forget. My doctor told me to wait 12 weeks before returning to strenuous exercise, so I did. But the moment I hit 12 weeks, my husband was asking me to come to the gym with him literally all the time. he was almost badgering me.
Well, who's going to take care of the kid? What do you...
Yeah.
Someone's got to have to stay.
Like also, the doctor said you can't.
Yeah.
Well, once she hit 12 weeks.
Oh, once she hit 12
but
weeks.
But even then, everyone's bodies are differently. And it's like, it's your own decision if you want to go back to the gym or like start working out again. Like,
also, she was never into that in the first place. Yeah. So
by going back to working out, I meant like jogging twice a week or like Pilates or something like that. That's what she was into. Mm-hmm. It sounds like he wants her to do more.
Yeah, to go to the gym with him. And
yeah. I did it to make him happy, and he certainly was happy. I will admit, I felt good to have some time to myself, and I didn't mind going at all. But now it's been another 4 weeks since then, and I haven't lost any weight except for 2.5 pounds, which I will say is...
In 4 weeks? That's lot.
Amazing. Yeah.
I would love to lose anything.
I'm just saying, don't downplay like losing, like if that's what you want to do, then don't downplay 2.5 pounds.
Your hormones are probably still, or like your body composition is still probably out of whack because you just gave birth.
Yeah. Probably still breastfeeding, you know?
Yes.
My husband seems to think this is because I snack too much.
Gosh, she's feeding another human, buddy.
I told him I have to because I'm breastfeeding. Yeah. So then, so that started an argument. He told me that I should go back to Pilates to tighten my tummy again. I told him I'd rather die than do that right now, to be honest. He told me, fine, then at least try harder. I told him I am trying my absolute fucking hardest, and you don't just magically lose weight in the gym. He wholeheartedly disagrees with that and goes on a tangent about how he loves me and my body for caring for our baby, but he still wants me to take care of myself for my health. Whatever. I mean, I get the sentiment. A lot of my postpartum appointments center around my health as well, but it involves more things like recovering, sleeping, and eating enough.
I'm so sick of people thinking skinny equals healthy and vice versa. Because she sounds healthy. She's getting regular visits to the doctor to make sure that she's healthy for her and the baby. And he's still like, you're just not healthy. I don't know what to... Please.
So I'm doing all these things. The doctor didn't mention working out. So am I the asshole here?
No.
Sorry, you cut me off at a real weird time.
Sorry.
No. And to answer that question, Josh, no. And another thing too, if she's okay, so he seems like he's going to the gym a lot, which is fine. Yes. Good for you for doing that. I'm always advocating people to like take care of their health. However, because you're probably spending a lot of time in the gym, are you helping taking care of your kid, buddy? That's my thing. And it's like, and if you're going to have her go with you, then you're going to have to allocate more resources to possibly hire a babysitter to like take care of the kid. And still you're badgering her when already she's doing the things you like to do. So what are you really doing to support your wife's like recovery and journey to getting better?
To me, it sounds like that's not his goal here.
Yeah, he just wants her to like go back and snap into place like how she used to.
Yeah.
But the bodies don't work like that, my guy.
No.
Yeah, everybody is different. And even assuming like, no, this is a newborn. Like, I honestly wouldn't even trust a babysitter with a newborn. Like,
no.
She's still breastfeeding.
Honestly. Yeah. So it's just like, that's tough. Because I was thinking maybe there's a daycare at the gym. Like, I know fancy gyms have that shit. But like, even then, that's a newborn. I don't know if you could leave a newborn at a daycare like that. So it's just like, John's right. Who's doing that, first off? And even taking the kid out of it, even if there was no kid involved at all and she could just gain 20 pounds, who fucking cares? She's seeing the doctor regularly. They're telling her she's healthy. I don't know, man. It's not. Bodies change. Boy, if I had the same body I had when I was 22, things would be different for me.
Like my knees would not be cracking every moment.
It'd be a lot more confident. But, you know, like our bodies change. Also, I don't know. I think it's just you are realizing that you are now, you know, dating someone older than your creepy fantasy of a 22. It's bad, bro. How long were y'all dating before you got married too? I gotta ask. You know what I mean? 22 and 31 is tough. I don't like it.
And it like in most of these stories where the age gap is crazy, it's like the controlling behavior is
It's
So
That's what it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's always the older person. Not saying man or woman. We have some older women creeping on dudes.
yeah,
Just the age and the power dynamic of it all usually tends to the older people wanting to control. And then when the younger person is a little older or, not as fresh in the relationship, they stop doing that. And then they're like, wait a second.
yeah.
Things are kind of fucked.
You're not doing what I tell you to.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, this guy sucks for like a multitude of different reasons. And
Oh, yeah.
he doesn't care about his wife's health.
No.
No, because
Like-
she's healthy.
Yeah, exactly. And she like, if she wants to go to the gym, great. You deserve your time to go like do whatever you want to do. Whether it's like the 2 jogs a week or Pilates, whatever you need to do to be in a healthy mindset and feel better about yourself. Like, absolutely. But no one should be pressuring you to
Yes,
do
it
that.
has to be on her own timeline and her own accord that she wants to do that.
Exactly. And on
Yeah.
top of that, the doctor's like you should be recovering, sleeping,
Eating as much as possible, or eating,
Yeah.
at least sustain yourself because you are feeding another life.
Exactly.
Like, I don't know
So-
how like breastfeeding works. Obviously, I'm a fucking dude, no kids, but I feel like that's too close to like just barely giving birth. Like, if I gave birth, bro, give me like 3 years to fucking recover because I'm a bitch when it comes to shit like that. I can't even imagine what people go through. I get like
Yeah.
one little like paper cut and I'm out for like the season. Like I can't even imagine pushing a whole ass baby.
The season. What season? Doesn't
matter.
All.
Yeah,
All of them.
DNP, my stat lines all day.
So Reddit deemed not the asshole. And beautiful paramedic 55 said, "Did you know that inside you have a wound the size of a dinner plate that takes 6 months to heal?
I'm saying, dude.
Your hormones take 1 to 2 years to settle down again. It can even be longer if you're breastfeeding. Your body made a whole other body, and some parts of you will literally never be able to be the same size or strength again. Your husband needs to sit down, learn some stuff, and stop being such a pig. You have a daughter. You need to snap them out of this or think seriously about leaving in the future because you do not want him to start on your daughter. That is how eating disorders and other similar problems start. Make sure you start planning in case it gets worse and you need to leave."
Like, again, not a parent, but I imagine a lot of this is covered in like the books you're supposed to read.
Motherfucker ain't read that shit, bro.
That's what I'm saying. This guy doesn't know fucking shit about shit, bro. And he should, because he's a dad now.
Yeah.
So I feel like there were some books that he didn't read that he should have read, and he wouldn't have been pushing this hard. But also, he does a lot of things he shouldn't do, like marrying a 22-year-old.
Yeah.
Where are the parents?
Or at least when you're wrong, be like, and your wife's like, "But the doctor said this." Be like, "Okay, you know what? Yeah, the guy who probably went to school for 12 fucking years knows better than me. You're right." And shut the fuck up.
Oh, God.
Insane. All right, let's close it out today with a story cross-posted by Mary Gitz 2011. And this one comes with an update. And title is, "Am I the asshole for not standing up for my pregnant fiance who ate my daughter's cupcake?"
Oh.
Quick switch around on that answer.
Why the fuck did you eat the little kid's cupcake?
I
fuck
fed it
'em
for
kids,
2
right?
people, Sean.
I don't know.
I mean, how old's the daughter? If the daughter is like, if it's a kid and they get a little tantrumy, I mean, I think it's your responsibility as a parent to be like, "Hey, this is the situation." But if your kid is like a teenager and they can understand shit and they're still a brat, I might be on the wife's side. So, asshole?
Husband should have thought ahead and got 2
Multiple
cupcakes.
We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know.
All right. So this happened this morning and I'm so upset. I don't know what to do. I, 36 male, have been with my fiance, 33 female, for 3 years. I have a 10-year-old daughter from my previous marriage. Her mother passed away when she was 2.5. And my fiance is currently pregnant. Yesterday, my daughter asked me to buy a giant cupcake from a bakery near my work. She wanted to take it to school to surprise her friend for their birthday. I also bought an extra cupcake for my fiance.
Ooh.
Damn.
She devoured hers right away. So he's got you, Sean. He's got
good.
Damn.
This guy's good. I'll give him that.
My daughter was really excited and put a nice ribbon around the box before leaving it in the fridge to take to school in the morning. Apparently, my fiance craved it in the middle of the night and ate the other cupcake.
Ooh.
The ribbon wasn't enough.
Yeah, that should be a deterrent, you know?
Especially since you probably know
what
that's
it's
the
for.
Daughter's and what it's for. Yeah. Like, I get cravings, but
I don't give a shit if you're pregnant. If you fucking eat my shit without my consent,
there's a limit.
Shout out to Crave Cupcakes in Houston. They have a 24/7 cupcake ATM.
Oh, shit.
When the craving hits,
you better drive your ass to wherever that cupcake place is.
A 30% upcharge for it.
Damn.
At least wake your husband up. He'll, craves aren't everywhere, I guess.
This morning, my daughter woke up to a big disappointing surprise. She started crying and screaming. I asked my fiance why she did that, and she said her craving was so bad she couldn't sleep. Then she yelled and said, "It's called being pregnant, jerks."
Nah, don't be using that shit.
Yelling at the 10-year-old.
I don't give a fuck if you're pregnant. Don't be using that shit on me.
After you ate her cupcake. That's
crazy. It's like evil stepmom vibes
Yeah.
right now.
My daughter screamed that she hates her and the baby already. I told her I'll buy her another one today and maybe drop it off so you can give it to your friend after school. She said, "Don't bother." Later, my fiance texted me saying that she's upset that I didn't stand up for her when my daughter was mean, and that my daughter owes her, and my daughter and I owe her an apology. I'm sitting in my car wondering what the hell to do. Was I the asshole for not standing up to her?
This guy's in a lose-lose situation. Holy shit.
What the fuck?
I think I'm still leaning with not the asshole.
I'm leaning with the kid on this one.
Yeah, kind of like what
you're an adult.
Yeah, kind of like what
you know what I mean.
What Sean said too. Like, there's a big ass ribbon, you know, and it's like,
and he got you one already too,
and he got you one. So he's like, I think he's off the hook. Oh, apology corner is about to be crazy. Like, yeah, I don't want it.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, yeah, we don't
understand.
I don't think so. Based on the Reddit comments, I think you guys are on the right side.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, yeah, we don't know, but it's just like
that's still disrespectful as fuck.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you literally stole a cupcake
from a kid,
from a 10-year-old,
from a kid,
and then called her a jerk for getting upset about that.
Also,
rightfully
like,
so.
Anybody yelling at my kid, I get she's a stepmom, so maybe there's some sort of relationship there. I don't know. Doesn't really sound like it. Yeah, I would just be like, all right, fucking, you need to fucking get out of here. Like, if someone called my kid a jerk, I'd be like, yo, what the fuck?
Especially after they wronged her.
Yes.
It's like, how do you have a leg to stand on here? You should be apologizing to my daughter.
Is there not a Walmart around? They got cupcakes.
For sure. Or
she should have woke up. She should have woke up OP or the husband. Oh, the OP, yeah. Just be like, hey, I'm craving shit. And to me, if you knock someone up, I think that as a dude, you got to, if someone said they're craving shit at like 3 a.m, you better get your ass up and
for sure
satisfy those cravings. Yeah.
But it doesn't sound like she did that or even tried.
She knew. She fucking knew. She like had the big bite or the good bite of like the first cupcake, but like, this shit good.
Yeah.
Maybe get the bigger one.
That's crazy.
It is.
Yeah.
Again,
we don't understand, pregnancy, and we don't understand like cravings and all that. But to me, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
The fact that we've only had this story once makes me think that this is not a normal behavior.
Yeah. Cravings definitely happen, but
for sure cravings happen, but I don't think they would fuck their own, like destroy their child's day the next day just because for a craving. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Or at least if they did it, then apologize.
If she apologized, I would have been like, okay, you know what?
Yeah.
But nah, she doubled down, bro.
I think even that, I mean, like you're a grown up. I think you know what I mean. There's got to be other sweet treats in the house
for sure, or at least wake your husband up and be like, hey, I'm really craving something.
I'm gonna fucking eat that fucking cupcake if you don't figure something out.
So Reddit deemed not the asshole, from what I could tell. Mother lower score art 3124 said it was clear the cupcake was for your daughter's / her friend. Even if you're craving, you don't take things that aren't someone else's, especially from a literal child. She also could have offered to buy a replacement cupcake herself, but didn't and insisted your daughter was the jerk. Sure, there are cravings and there's also self-restraint, she took candy from a baby and wonders why it's crying.
Yeah.
And that was the sentiment from most people in the comments.
And bakeries will open pretty early, no?
Well, we don't know what time.
Yeah, I don't know. But I feel like bakeries are like a morning thing.
Yeah, like a 6 to 3 type of deal.
Yeah, so maybe you could. Yeah, it's wild that she didn't offer.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Maybe
Anyway.
she can't drive. I don't know. Again, not a parent. I don't know these things.
Was there any unhinged comments saying like OP's the asshole in the scenario that you've seen?
Man.
Sort by controversial.
None that I could see. Beowulf, the saga or the sage in our comments said, dude, how do you get to this point without noticing your daughter and girlfriend don't get along or mesh? Like there shouldn't even be a fiance or new baby stage in the equation. If this woman hadn't demonstrated herself to be exceptionally good with your daughter, your kids' needs and happiness come before any significant other, period. So, could be an asshole for not seeing potential red flags early on, but
the hate part was pretty quick too, huh?
Yeah, we'll see. But like, I don't know if there's been. It's hard to tell with just the story we've heard.
That's
if
true.
there's been previous.
I do be hearing kids saying, "I hate you." Like we just take away one thing, like
out of nowhere.
There is an update. So I did get the cupcake, but my daughter's best friend didn't come to school. I texted her dad to see if it was okay to drop it off at their place, and he said absolutely. My daughter was really happy. On the way back, she apologized for being mean in the morning. I told her I understood. She had every right to be heartbroken. Then she asked, does your fiance hate me? I told her no, she's just disappointed in me, but that's grown-up stuff and has nothing to do with her. That led to a deeper conversation. She said she feels like my fiance doesn't like her sometimes. She never asks about her soccer games, and when she tries to share something exciting from school, my fiance tells her to stop being so chatty.
Hey,
what the fuck?
Hey, maybe that commenter on our subreddit was right.
It was, because I just realized they saw both sides of the story before they commented.
The luxury you guys have. We just hear this on the fly.
Yeah, and I knew it. I just was too dumb to put the two together. I asked if she was maybe busy or in the middle of something, but my daughter said no. After a few times, she just stopped sharing. I asked if she wanted to stay at my parents' house for the night so I could have a serious talk with my fiance, and she said yes. My mom and her are very close. So I talked to my fiance. She said she's sick of coming second and that it was just a stupid cupcake.
Oh no, that's breakup material for me.
Yeah, it's over.
Hell no.
She said I should have told her it was for the baby. I asked, what if our child wanted the cupcake? Would you have given it to her? She said, a 3 or 4-year-old? Yes, in a heartbeat. A 13 or 14-year-old can get over herself. Again, she's 10.
And the fact that she don't know that really don't mean she don't fuck
Well,
with.
I think she was like saying if their kid was.
Yeah, saying if a kid was if their kid, their biological kid together was 3 years old.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if their kid was.
But the fact that she's like, but a 13 or 14-year-old kind of indicating to me that she don't even know how old the fucking kid is.
Yeah, or she doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, she doesn't give a fuck.
I asked her if she's always resented my daughter, and she said, I never resented her, but you can't possibly expect me to love her as much as our child.
Hell no. Nope, out. Done. Dunzo.
I'll love yours like a niece, but my baby is my
hell no. Out.
Then I asked if she actually called my daughter names when she tried to talk. She admitted to calling her Yapathrone and Little Miss has no mute button.
Yapathrone is kind of funny. That's I will say.
But only if your daughter also thinks it's funny.
Yeah. It has to be a mutual thing.
Yeah. She thought it was cute. I think she's talking like step-parent.
The wife thought that it was cute.
I told her I can't marry someone who bullies my child.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She lost it, saying she doesn't even feel safe around my daughter anymore. That she's going to hurt her and the baby just because she said she hated us this morning and I stood there like a coward. The 10-year-old.
Bro, she's full of shit, man.
She left for her parents' house and says she's going to ban me from any appointments, the birth, and even seeing the baby. I'll be talking to a lawyer about what my next step should be. So that is the update.
Yeah, I'm not going to be with this person.
No.
Hell no.
You treat my daughter like shit.
Yeah.
And then play the victim after you do that. Like, fuck you.
What is this 10-year-old going to do?
And I will say, to go back to that comment that before, I do think OP is the asshole for not seeing this.
I kind of
That's
agree.
not the question of the whole thing, but I do think that he should have seen the warning signs of this and not gotten together with this person.
Yeah, because it seems kind of crazy that he didn't know some of the stuff. Because you would think before you get engaged, you talk to your kid and be like,
how you feeling about her? Yeah.
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 And then if she's like, well, yeah, she calls me Yapathon all the time, I would be like, oh,
that's
I shouldn't spend all this money on a ring, I guess.
Yeah.
And now it makes me even think that eating the cupcake is more deliberate now than more than ever.
Yeah, because she fucking hates that kid.
Yeah, because she doesn't give a shit about it.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah. Crazy.
Wait, so how will that work? If he's not going to be involved, like, is she waiving parental rights for OP? Did they comment anything about that shit?
Just that he's going to get a lawyer.
Sure, that'll be figured out in like the court.
Shout out Rebecca.
Yes. So I don't know. We'll may never know the full update because
damn.
I mean, that's a lot of personal shit.
Yeah.
That they'll have to be going through. But yeah, I mean, good for OP for finally making the right steps. And
finally.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And protecting your daughter.
Fucking Yapathon.
Yeah, Yapathon is pretty good. I will be using those.
Is that a new merch? Yapathon?
Yapathon.
Yeah, but that sounds like a transformer. I'm into it.
The cupcakes and Yapathon.
Ooh.
That's what it should be.
Damn, I want a cupcake now.
Same.
What's your favorite?
24 hours over here.
What's your favorite cupcake flavor?
I like the lemon.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm partial to a lemon blueberry. That's me and Nancy's wedding cake.
I love a red velvet. It's classic.
It's insane that I was shocked that red velvet was just red chocolate.
Yeah.
Red chocolate. Yeah.
I had no idea. I was like, damn, this shit is good.
Turns out I just love chocolate.
Just chocolate and cream cheese, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Wikimaniacs, that is it for today's episode. If you liked what we do, hit like, hit subscribe, tell all your friends. If you really like us, join our Patreon, patreon.com/Cultivate Podcast Network, or our YouTube membership program. And if you're on Spotify, you should see in your feed that there are locked content that brings you to our Patreon page. So you can unlock it right through Spotify now. If you want to do that.
Every time Sean hears locked content only for patrons,
oh god, nothing gets me more bricked up.
His eyes light up.
Oh god, locked behind a paywall. Oh brother,
music to his ears.
Trying to make me bust live.
50,000 subscriber stretch goals.
All right, Wikimaniacs. Thank you, Sean and John, for coming on today. Thank you, Wikimaniacs, for another amazing episode, and we'll see you on Monday. Bye.
Get therapy.
Get therapy.